Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching me from. This is Vincent Eluroma. I'm glad to have you here. Okay, there is something I really want to talk about. Normally, I don't involve myself in such, but I come to discover that the more we keep quiet about some of these things, the more there is decadence in our society. And a society is a bigger setting of a family. Whatever is whatever that comes out of a society that becomes of a society, it must have emanated from a small family. And it is a society that gives birth to a nation. So these things are things that we really need to give our attention to, because any negligence at any point in time, at any level, will result in a decadence in our nation at large. Okay, this is about an incident that occurred around my area. I currently stay in Abo, and this thing happened in one of the schools in Abo in Ikaland, where a student was involved in a misconduct. The said student was caught drinking palm wine. Palm wine, as a student, you shouldn't be so concerned about palm wine, because you are in school to learn, to study, to become a better person. These are things that you can always get, later in future. You enjoy your life when you become of age. The palm wine, as I know, is an alcohol. As a kid, as a child, you are not even supposed to involve yourself with matters like that. But this child was caught drinking someone else's alcohol, palm wine precisely, and this person spoke up, and eventually this student got disciplined by the teacher, a teacher that's directly involved with the student. And this said student got home and narrated the whole story to the parents, to the brothers, the sisters. And what transpired afterwards is not something funny. That's something that really needs to be talked about, because the more we keep on keeping quiet about some of these things, our societies will keep on decaying. We have to really speak up about some of these things. So this student told the parents what really happened, and according to information I gathered, the said family now reinforced and went back to the school and got involved with the teacher that was directly involved with their child, started maltreating the teacher, manhandling the teacher, eventually killed the teacher. I want to assure you and let you know that on a normal day, nobody will come out with the mindset of killing another person. But one thing will always lead to another. This family got involved with this teacher, manhandled the teacher, and eventually killed this teacher. This thing happened in Ekaland, in Abo here. Um, as I'm talking with you now, the said family, they are in police custody, and I believe that the law is going to take its due course on them. A killer must not go unpunished. That we all know. What am I really talking about? A family is a small setting where you give birth to children. You are expected to raise these children up in the fear of the Lord. When you hear people talk about fear of the Lord, it is not just being a Christian, it is not just being a child of God, it is not just being religious. These are things that helps us to build a better and a more coordinated society. When you raise up your child in the fear of the Lord, this child will grow up with the mindset that I am a child of God. And as a child of God, there are things that I should involve myself in and things that I shouldn't dare think about. But then, a lot of parents today, they are not doing this. A lot of parents have given up on parenting. A lot of parents just raise children, they don't care about the welfare of these children. A child grows to a particular age, you take such child to kindergarten, from there to primary, from primary to secondary, from secondary to university. So, honestly speaking, the parents of a child has a little time to spend with such a child. It means that this child spends most of their time either in school or with peers. So it is the little time that you have that you really need to work on these children. If you don't work on these children, then it is expected that the society, in one way or the other, will blend these children, will help them to learn the norms of the society. And in an institution, in a school setting, there are rules, there are regulations, there are do's and don'ts. Teachers are there to guide these to students. So when a teacher disciplines a child and all you think about as a parent is to retaliate, you can see that there is already a problem in our society. A child that got disciplined in school came back home, reported to the parents, they went back to the same school and killed the teacher involved. Nobody wished to kill, nobody ever wanted to kill, but these are things we could possibly and easily avoid. But one thing, like I said, will always lead to another. So, my advice to every parent today, do not be displeased when your teacher comes back from school and gives you a report of how he or her was disciplined, or how somebody tried to draw their attention to something, or how somebody tried to scold them or whatsoever. A parent, the direct parents of a child are not the only people that should be responsible for the training of such a child. So at times you give room for other people to interfere. It's part of life. We are Africans. We grow up by maintaining norms, by maintaining culture, by abiding by rules and regulations. During my secondary school years, there was never a time I was displeased that a teacher scolded me, or a teacher flogged me, or whatever. We saw these things as love. A teacher that loves you will discipline you, we want you to retrace your steps. And today we are better in the society, we are good people, we are people that people look at and they wish to be like, because we did not frown at discipline. So every parent should be open to discipline. Discipline your children. Allow teachers to discipline your children where they are faulty. These two children are people that will eventually enter the society and become a part of a greater nation. So if there is a problem in a family setting, honestly, there will be a problem in the society, and you can never boast of a good nation where a society is, is decayed. It can never be possible. So my prayer for every parent today is that God will really give us the grace to raise up our children in the fear of the Lord. You will do yourself a greater good when your children are raised up in the fear of the Lord. Honestly, you cannot think of smoking and drinking and killing yourself with alcohol, drinking to stupor when you are filled with the spirit, when you are filled with the Spirit of God. You cannot. So please, always be the best of what you do as a parent. Try your possible best. Lead your children in the fear of the Lord. Bring them up in the fear of the Lord. Always pray for them. Always be there for them. And I want to assure you that God being on our side, we are going to raise up a successful family. Thank you and God bless you.